I must say that we have almost matching, armbands, except that I don't have an armband. I just have this suit,
Yeah, I can tell.
but it's white. Yeah.
What's your name, dude?
My name is Phil. I'm with the legitimate business dudes.
Okay. Legitimate
Yeah.
business dudes. What's their MO?
Yeah, it's just the legitimate business.
Okay.
I just added dudes.
Okay.
For fun.
Yeah, but my name's Robin Burley. Nice to meet you, man.
What's that?
Robin. My name's Robin. It's like
You need help
Batman's
with that
sidekick.
log?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You seem to have your pager on or something. Are you heading somewhere?
Yeah, probably back to my home, but you surprised me quite a bit, so I was like, okay, let's have a chat, You know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna give you this.
Oh, okay.
You can be my Santa Claus now.
Alright, well, thank you. That's very appreciated.
Yes. Bye.
Alright,
Bye.
take care. After the meet and greet at the Ark, business at Burleyville started picking up. The first shipments of booze had been delivered without a hitch, most of which had been found by Eve. True to her word, she really was the woman who found alcohol but never drank it. Maybe it was a gift from God for her devotion or something. In any case, I was working on the perimeter at home when Eve arrived back from another delivery run, and she was even escorted by some of Lamplight's finest.
Oh, is this one of the Burleys right here?
Yeah.
Did not realise.
I don't know how many people y'all have in your
I
com.
last spoke to you.
Okay. Ah, it was nice to see Sav carrying on the tradition of verbally stepping on others.
I promise.
Like I said,
everybody here would probably
like I
have to
said,
pick
dude,
me
they're
up
gonna
off
get
the floor.
wiped off in that. Like I
If
said,
they-
they're gonna
if
get
they
wiped
attempt
off
to
in
run.
that. Damn, cowboy. One of us has got to pick a time.
You still live across in the house as well? Or?
Which house?
The nails.
The one just down there.
Yeah, that's my brother. He lives up there.
Oh, that's your brother. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because you two used to live together. I remember.
Yeah.
Sure, Carl will
So
appreciate
will you
this.
please let your leader know what's his name again?
Karon.
Carl.
Charon.
Caron. Yeah, will you please let him know that you got some beer from me already?
Yep. We'll let him know.
Hey, by the way, you guys don't happen to have a crowbar on you, do you?
No,
Not
but
on
I'm
us.
sure as I'll bring one by. if
You are in luck.
Are you serious?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Can I take this?
Yeah, I have it, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh,
Ethan.
thank you very much.
Plenty.
Good lord.
I don't normally have one, but I was moving
my
it out of my
goodness.
bed, and I
Skipper,
forgot to
you're
put it away.
always
So
handy
I
with
know.
tools and anything.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Yeah, Cameron came by here and chewed me out because we hadn't walled in the trees. That's why that tree is lying there. This was not an exaggeration. Cameron had come by earlier and gotten all flabbergasted about how easily he could get inside our base because of the trees. Then he showed me, and I realized it was another goofball error that we could chalk up to our lack of foresight. But then again, all of our houses were pretty much secure, and I had talked this over with Rory at the beginning. Even if people could enter our base grounds, they'd have a hard time getting out, which would essentially make them trapped inside the compound. And since we stored most of the valuable stuff inside the buildings anyway, there wasn't that much to gripe about if they managed to get inside. Even so, I figured I'd start repositioning the fence just to go that extra mile. When I saw an error in execution, it would nag at the back of my head forever if I didn't do anything about it. And with a crowbar eliminating the diminishing returns of the nails coming out, the job would progress a whole lot easier.
One thing about Cameron that I know is he can get in just about anywhere.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I think at one time he wanted to start his own little business with trying to break into people's base establishments and figure out, like, let them know where he got in at so they could fix it.
There's a lot to build here, I imagine. Like, right now, like, I wasn't really aware of this, but now, like, my eyes have been opened.
You finally realised how much work you have to do.
Yeah. It's a pain, but, you know, someone's got to do
It's a
it.
pain in the arse, but
Yeah.
once you get it built, you know,
Yeah.
you look at it and you think, you know what, I built all that wall.
Yeah.
You guys got a well
Right
by any
behind.
chance?
No, that's one of our long-term projects. However, there is a well in the broken-ass church, which is on the other side of this peninsula.
Skipper, there you go. Fix your pants.
Poor Skipper. He can find everyone our stuff, but then he's got ruined pants.
As Skipper attended to his pants, Sav told us about an encounter he'd had at Paris Island.
I went
Yeah.
there this morning, and there was a gentleman that was getting overran by zombies. I was on the hillside above the shooting range, and I thought I'd take action and help him out. And I was clearing the zombies for him, and I got to the point where it was only a few left, and I didn't want to hit him, so I ran down with my axe and started knocking him down. He thanked me, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to let you have Paris Island to yourself, you know. You were here first. Be nice. I turn around to leave, and then he just turns on me and tells me to put my hands up, and unfortunately, he's not with us anymore.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. That's...
But I'm the type of
Contacts.
person, if it's even...
Down by the road, by the bridges. Within the blink of an eye, the lamplighters had their guns out. It was both intimidating and flattering at the same time, as it seemed they'd grown quite protective of us as soon as they'd started to consider Burleyville as part of their sphere of interest. And I actually got another encounter when I got back here today. There was a guy dressed in all white, like a completely white suit, with a Santa hat on him, and he came around and said that he was part of the legitimate businessmen. I have no idea who they are, but Cam seemed to
Did you
think
say
that
his
they...
name at all, or-
No. And I asked where they were based, and he's like, it's a secret. And I was like, okay, you're not creeping me out or anything.
That kind of sounds like... You know who I'm thinking about,
Yeah, I
right?
realise who
Yeah.
you're thinking it sounds like.
Yeah, but...
He looked
Yeah, I
Asian.
Say the
But I don't
name,
think it is him.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think either. I mean,
No,
the
he
voice...
don't
Did he have a
look
mask
Asian.
on?
No, he didn't have a mask. He only had a Santa hat.
Oh, okay. Then
He's-
it's not who we're thinking.
Yeah, he threw the Santa hat in, and he wanted a kiss.
God, he sounds really similar to the person we're thinking of. Must be his lost brother or something.
With the unknown contact apparently having done a 180, and their business done for the day, the lamplighters decided to take their leave. Like,
Well, we
some
better,
people are weird here.
Better hit the road, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But it's been nice meeting you, and I'll bring around that solo locker.
Oh, thank you. You're a peach, man. Thanks for all your
And
support.
if y'all ever having trouble with anybody down here, give us a call.
Yeah, sure.
But
Absolutely.
bandit exterminators.
All right, very nice.
All right,
Any
well,
trouble
take
y'all
care,
have,
guys.
just-
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Guys, thank you for taking me home. For bringing
Anytime.
me
No
home.
As the guys headed off, Eve and I got to talking about something else that they had brought to our attention. Apparently, other people were still using the same double white armbands as us, making it harder and harder to brand it as an exclusive Burleyville color. You don't have an armband on.
Yeah, because of the double
I know, but come on.
white armband.
We
thing.
need to reconquer that shit. There we go.
Okay.
Show it. Flaunt it, baby.
They were just like and when we were in Waldoboro, they were like, I wouldn't be running around with those double armbands.
Skipper had brought to our attention some potential weak points in our defenses alongside what Cameron had already revealed. Furthermore, this reminded me of another thing that Cameron had discussed with me regarding the roof of my building and the fact that my private escape route outside the fence was positioned right next to a small incline. And I also noticed, you know how I have like my personal exit here? On the other side. I noticed that if you put a stepladder up and deploy it right in front of the door, you can like jump across using the you can't get up on the roof, weirdly. I think Cameron said that it was too steep to get onto, even with a stepladder, but there's like I managed to get up and across the wall here. Oh, but I could put up barbed wire, though.
Barbed wire.
Yeah, that's true. It was apparent that a lot of things needed to be reconstructed and reconsidered. As I went to sleep that night, I got to thinking about what we've been talking about concerning the armband dilemma, and a potential proper symbol and flag design for our settlement which might one day replace the white color. In truth, I had been musing about designing Burleyville's armbands and flags for quite some time. For now, the simple white double armbands worked well enough as placeholder colors, but as we had been reminded today, it was cause for confusion. It needed to be replaced sooner or later. I just had to get to it. I already had an idea for the final design. In my mind, the Burley banner was a flag made up of 3 parts. The idea was to first retain some of the white that I'd chosen initially, so as to keep the memory of our cousin Dex's purity of spirit intact, and it would also serve as symbolizing a sort of cross-the-board blank slate neutrality, which was a mindset we were striving for. Then I figured we'd add a black field, which would represent not only the grief and loss we felt at Dex's passing, but it would also pay homage to other friends and loved ones we would never see again, sort of representing the sorrows that were general indicators of these trying times. Finally, to symbolize the settlement itself, and subsequently something that would be the emblem of our family, a stylized letter B in the color red, representing the bloodline of the settlement's founders. This was fairly easy to conceptualize, but would take some time to actually manufacture. I was neither a painter nor a tailor, and to be fair, we did quite often have other things on our minds, but the idea for the official logo of Burleyville was definitely there on the back burner in my head. There you go. I feel a little bit better now. For the following days and nights, I toiled endlessly to make everything right. I worked tediously to reshape the boundaries of the compound, making sure to meticulously wall in every possible tree that could be used as stepping stones to access our inner sanctum, while also making sure to extend the fence in certain places so that low-hanging roofs were inaccessible from the outside. Finally. There are some rough edges still. Open patches here and there with no lower wood walls, but we'll take care of them as best we can. At least the most glaring omissions have been taken care of now. As I was wrapping up the last tasks that final night of reconstruction, I couldn't help but notice that even now, in the deep dark middle of the night, there was still light in the sky, and I took a moment to look at it. I didn't know if it was some kind of strange seasonal phenomenon, but for whatever reason, it chilled me to the bone. It was as if staring into the nucleus of the galaxy up in the sky, an endless mass of churning light. My imagination got the better of me, and I conjured up horrible images of the light being an amalgam born out of settlements being on fire in the distance, sort of creating a blood-red night. For sure, I could feel that this was a bad omen. It gave off the impression of being an oversized evil eye peering down from the sky, watching the lands, gazing at me. It all traced back to my worries, my fears of him. We all knew that it was coming, that he was working behind the scenes. We could feel it. But the fear was in the nature of what would happen, how it would happen. And not knowing was the worst fear of all. In an attempt to shake off the bad vibes of the previous night, I decided to go hunting. With Eve off delivering another shipment of alcohol to Lamplight, and Rory doing God only knew what wherever he was, I felt it was my responsibility to have some food ready on the table for when they got back. It was also a long time since I had been on my last hunt, so I figured I'd shake off the rust and get in some target practice. Worthless vantage point. Looking up his ass. Need to get a clean headshot. Several others there as well. I could go for the That's the one making the noise. Yeah. Got him. Perfect. Well, Jimmy Jack, dear uncle of mine, wouldn't you be proud? Oh shit, I didn't have gloves on. Okay. Gonna have to remember that. Ah, what the hell. As I was riding Cougar Town's backyard, I figured I'd pay them a visit. There might be traveling fur traders there who'd be willing to fork over some nails for the buck pelt. I'm getting hungry. Like, really hungry. Interesting. Have they walled off Cougar Town? Okay. The main gate had been fortified, most likely as a response to the mutant attack a while back, but there were no sentries posted in the towers. Something felt off. Let's take care of our sanitary problem first. The end is nigh. Okay. I duty to hear the words of the legitimate business and do as it commands. Oh. There was not a soul in sight, and the Salty Cougar was closed. I didn't know if Sky had them all out doing a collective run, or if they were all engaged in some kind of excursion, but finding Cougar Town empty like this, even in broad daylight, was eerie. Yet another note. Torn page from the book on the Legitimate Business Coalition. The operation applies the curse formula recall. I kept finding notes left by these legitimate businessmen. All the while, the colony felt like a ghost town. I had no idea what was going on here, but it seemed like Cougar Town were having internal problems as much as mutants and disputes with Lamplight. I still didn't know who the legitimate businessmen were exactly, but it looked like they had managed to infiltrate Cougar Town and were spreading propaganda among the local populace. Maybe Cletus of the Arbiters had been right after all. It couldn't escape anybody that Cougar Town had a massive amount of problems. Power struggles, outside attacks, inside undermining of both authority as well as loyalties. It was apparent that the settlement was the #1 target for conflicts and unrest. As I took in the situation, I was beginning to wonder if setting up shop up here really was such a good idea after all. Cougar Town was a nexus for trouble. Hell, it had been ever since the time of Old Duskar. And for the moment, we had set up a fair deal with Lamplight for nails, so at least looking at the short term, we were covered elsewhere. I'd have to remind myself to talk this over with my brother, but I'd become skeptical going forward with the plans. Finding no one around, I decided to cook myself some meat. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Good lord, roasting fat took forever. Come on. Wonder if it's like 5 minutes or something. Come on! Honestly? I'm not letting go. I'm not... No. Come on. Switch over. I have not wasted like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever it is. Come on. There you go. You... Wait a minute. What? Burnt? I fucking cooked... Alright. 2 down. Ah. After having cooked up everything perfectly and not at all having wasted 308 ammo on shooting some of the slabs of lard out of frustration, I headed back. As I arrived back home, I noticed one new note on our bulletin board. Huh. Calls terrorists, but the only thing we terrorize is the competition and their prices. Who calls them terrorists? I mean, I don't even know them. So I was right. There was something off with the legitimate businessmen. Even if it was just to denounce it, this note had in fact confirmed that some people were calling them terrorists. I knew there had been something off with that Santa guy. What with Loki showing up at our doorstep, Eve catching glimpses of strange people, and now this, I was definitely getting increasingly wary and on edge. Creating your own settlement was turning out to not just be a project of love and communal outreach, but also one which made you more suspicious and protective. Alright, so now we have blue gazebo, green gazebo, and the central tan gazebo. I intended for the gazebos to serve as our meeting ground and also guest reception area, so I figured a fridge with some refreshments to always be available was in order. Having at last set up the communal storage area, I called it a day. Alright, I'm done for the day. The following day, I discovered that our bulletin board had seen some action. Wow. There's like 7 notes here. No, 6. Sorry, this is the one that I put up about the bulletin board. Cameron here, good job listening to my advice. Now just one more thing, but I'll tell you in person. Okay. Donate blood, save a life. Looking for people with O negative blood type to donate. The need for blood affects us all. We only... I'm happy that people are actually using the Burleyville bulletin board. I told them all, you can't stop the legitimate businessmen. Oh, those guys. Why are they... Oh, for fuck's sake, these are supposed to be up by the cougar. Once again, just like with Jose's old note, some notes have been taken from buildings up at Cougar Town, and I decided to get changed and head up there to return them. While on the road, I finally ran into my brother. Hey, dude. How's it going?
Oh, going up to fill up my water.
Alright. What have you been up to?
Just looting around.
Lootin' tootin'? Juggernaut.
Oh, dripping.
Wait, what is that?
Drink.
I might not have told you this yet, but... Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Is this alcohol? Oh, it's...
I don't think so.
Okay. Thanks anyway. Just a heads up, we are kind of sort of rum runners now for Lamplight.
Who's we?
Well, the Burleyville, pretty much. I mean,
you can. I'm not going to be anyone's lapdog.
Yeah, sure, fine. It's not like we're in this together or anything. Yeah, I was half expecting this to be the case. Rory's more solo-oriented mindset these days drove him not just further away from me, but also prompted him to dismiss some of the collective endeavors of our settlement. Apparently, seeking help from others was not part of his plan. But by now, I was pretty much over it. If he wanted to go off on his own, fine. If he didn't want to pull his weight for Burleyville, I was fine with that too. I had basically rebuilt the fence on my own anyway. Hell, we had nails to use for that in the first place thanks to Lamplight. Who cares if we'd have to deliver a few bottles of scotch to them? Charon had come through for us in a pinch and paid us in advance, and I was not about to let that trust go unanswered. I mean, what was so wrong with an honest due paid for honest work? I didn't get it, but I said nothing, and as always, I just let it go. But while I reasoned that this was just how things were these days, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was more hurt by this straight-up refusal to help out than I'd even admit to myself. Yeah, things had definitely changed.
I don't like that.
I don't know who that was.
Yo.
Hello.
Pink armband? What is pink armband?
Don't have the armband right now because there was an accident, shall we say.
Okay. I recognized Killian's voice and reminded him of who we were. As we hadn't seen him for a while and we were flaunting pretty generic armband colors, I felt it was appropriate.
Oh, right.
Oh,
okay.
Burley Brothers, don't you have that little place down the way?
Oh yeah, Burleyville. Absolutely.
Yeah, that little advertisement board's pretty nice.
Yeah. We found...
It's good to see you guys. How you been keeping?
We've been doing good. Don't know for my brother, he's been away for a while, but, you know.
I've been really careful around here because people have been saying there have been bandits on the road to Duskar, but...
Yeah, there's...
It's really unsafe.
Is there anything I can help you guys with while I'm here?
I mean, I found 2 notes on the bulletin board down there, which I know was taken from Cougar Town. I was here to return them, pretty much.
I don't know what's wrong with my ears today. Like, I keep hearing you guys and then sometimes not hearing you.
He found a note down there that he knows came from up here, so he was just returning it.
Oh, right. Appreciate it. Maybe I will just take a quick nap to clear up whatever this is from between my ears.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fill up my canteen.
Yep, go right ahead.
I'm gonna see if I can find the houses which had the notes on them.
That you found notes from Cougar Town. Well, I literally just saw these notes appear. They weren't here 2 days ago from when I was last here, and they're fucking weird. They're like the Hannibal Lecter shit that I've been seeing.
Where? Oh, this one?
Yeah, these weren't here before, and
The end is nigh.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a coincidence, but it's odd that someone stole the notes from Cougar Town and then put this shit here, so...
Speaking of that, what do you know, about those, legitimate businessmen? Have you met them?
I've seen a lot of notes about this shit, and it's like... what I can gather, it seems to be like some sort of mafia extortion. They seem like a bunch of criminals, basically, not decent people. The people that came around here, like, that's the sort of shit they were saying, like, the end is nigh, gods, and shit like that. They came to this place with monk robes and plague doctor masks, but like the leather ones.
I got
that
you.
are all sewn together.
The word of the legitimate businessmen was indeed getting around, probably as they intended. If it was their idea to keep everyone off balance by sowing fear and confusion among the survivors of Deer Isle was anybody's guess. We didn't know, quite frankly, if they were organized bandits, a pseudo-religious order, or just a bunch of deranged loons. But one thing was certain. The current state of cluelessness up at Cougar Town definitely made it good ground for their work. Hey, Mr. Pink Armband, can you hear me now?
Huh.
That's a no.
You still can't hear him?
No, sorry.
What the?
It's not like I'm trying to be rude
Oh,
or
I
anything.
took a Polaroid, apparently.
Are you burly guys traders by chance?
Well, I mean...
Yeah, I guess I can be, depending on the circumstances.
Oh, really? So instant trade works for you, but contractual work, that's where you draw the line, bro? I frowned, but immediately I felt a sting of guilt as well. This was not the time to hang on to minor grudges, and it was unbecoming of me as the elder brother to keep these kinds of petty squabbles alive. And it was most certainly not in the best interest of Burleyville either. Just let it go, man.
Well, I got these, and I don't know if you guys could use them, perhaps?
You need another one?
I brought back 2, I'm good.
Alright, I can take it.
If you can, it's fine. It's just I had them, and I figured you guys might be able to trade them for some stuff.
Oh shit, I have to get going. I'm super late for a very important date. See you guys.
No worries, no worries.
Alright, thank you for coming. So, does Cougar Town owe the pleasure of 2 well-known individuals like yourself?
He's so cute. He's trying to be formal now. Go ahead, Rory.
What was that guy's name? That was here.
I don't know. They seem new. I don't really remember. I've got a lot of things to take care of.
Yeah.
In town.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh, who's this? Who is this? Is that you, Alex?
Oh, so this was Alex.
This guy gets shot with a 22 and then gets all mad about it, and he starts accusing us of hitting him. Starts saying it was Danny, even though it fucking wasn't.
Okay.
Starts saying he saw Danny shoot him, even though it wasn't. And he starts saying, oh, I already robbed one of Lamplight's boys and shot him in the ass, so I'm not scared of you. And then we say, like, all right, let's deal with this outside then. And he refuses to come outside. He says, oh, I'm feeling pretty comfortable in my base surrounded by all my friends.
Cameron had told us that the name of the guy that Lamplight had beef with was Alex up at Cougar Town. Interesting. So this was essentially the source of all the trouble between the 2 factions. I considered bringing up the subject, however, it was pretty much word against word, and I could see clear as day how it would go. He, as the accused, would deny it, and Killian would most likely back him up. It would be a topic which would go nowhere.
We got a bit of a situation down by the gazebo.
What's the sitch? Yeah, there's a cut up body. I saw it earlier. I didn't know whether you guys already know about it, but I thought I'd let one of you know. There's a chopped up body. And I saw it in the night, and then obviously I went into my head for a little bit, went for a cheeky nap, and then came back. But I think it was put there on purpose because there was a glow stick perfectly placed next to it.
Has it got anything to do with the drama with Lamplight?
I doubt it, because if the drama or lamplight is not really to do with the town, it's more me and them, if you get what I mean. But also, in the middle of the night, the door was wide open, the gate was wide open, so I had to go out and close it.
Oh yes, this is an eviction notice, because we have some people that decide that they want to store stuff here and then not come.
Yeah, I found those notes on the bulletin board down by Burleyville.
He said that those notes were found on our bulletin board, so he wanted to bring them back up here.
Yeah, they were probably stolen and
really,
just placed there.
Yes, of you. Thank you.
Right.
You guys need anything? Let me know.
We're good.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully the info I gave you helps, because I don't know anything about them. Those businessmen.
Yeah, I wish I could talk to you.
In the grapevine, I can let you guys know. You guys have been good to me. So.
I want to talk to you. He can't hear me, Alex.
He hates that he can't hear. He hates that he can't talk to you.
Yeah.
You had anything about a group called the Legitimate Businessmen, you said?
No.
Yeah, I heard the name mentioned in passing from, I think Kitsune told me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but again, I hear anything, I'll pass it on to you. Assume I could reach you down at the Burleyville place.
Perfect. Alright, I think...
Follow me a sec.
Yeah, take it easy.
So basically, it was the middle of the night, pitch black, I had a head full.
I'm thinking, you want to go do some looting in Waldoboro?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, but I want to drop off my medical box.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, this is interesting. There is definitely beef going on there between like Alex and the Cougar and Lamplight.
So that's the guy Sav was talking about when he said he like pussied out and shut up whenever Sav challenged him or whatever.
Yeah, Cam was sort of bad-mouthing him too, like talking about him, like, I mean, of course I have no experience. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know what he... We only have like hearsay to go on, and that's never like stable information. As my thoughts drifted on our way back, I realized I hadn't seen Eve in a while. I'm a little bit worried about Eve as well.
Why?
I mean, I kind of, kind of like her. I mean, I do like her. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be like an item, but yeah. Just, she has a tendency to end up in trouble.
Maybe she's just a deep sleeper.
Yeah, I suppose.
Although, based on all of our previous observances, she does tend to fall in with guys and live with them and mooch off them and then leave.
Well, I don't.
That would cause trouble.
I don't think that's what's going on here. I think there's something genuine here. I mean, she doesn't just want me for my body,
Yeah, maybe. Well, obviously.
Shut up. Rory's words were meant as a joke, but they did hit foundations which were already pretty shaky. Having heard about her traumatic experiences on the mainland, I already had my doubts about Eve's love, whether it was real passion or the mere need for comfort and safety. I didn't need my brother to increase my doubts. I was already doing that well enough on my own, thank you very much. The worst part was, it even made me question whether if it was unintentional or if Rory in fact meant to unsettle me to spite me a little. Whatever the case, my insecurities were in full swing, as usual. Yes, I'm rocking the blaze now that I was given by that Ante Pavlich guy.
It's one of the better long-range rifles.
Yeah.
If you're not including like the military-grade snipers.
I don't really have any opinion on it because I've, used it so rarely, so I figured I'd give it a go. We didn't really know where we were going, but we progressively made our way north through Waldoboro and beyond. As the hours crept by, the mood lightened, and soon it was like it was the good old days again. Just me and my bro on the road. And it actually made me forget about our troubles for a while.
West Virginia,
oh my god. Help! My brother's torturing me with his shitty singing.
Is this the real life?
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. Escape from reality.
Have you know the ladies swoon when they hear me croon?
Wah wah. That was like very cringy.
Well, I wasn't trying to be fucking seductive. God damn.
You could have fooled
I need
me.
a sarcasm meter. The way you turn red whenever I'm being silly.
Yeah. You're always silly, Rory. This moment quickly became precious to me. I felt joyful once more, having my brother at my side and goofing off like the old days. It was nice. But something seemed off. Strange. It was almost as if this was too good to be true. I was suddenly struck by a foreboding sense that this might be the last time we ever shared the highway together like this. Because this moment was so perfect, I naturally began fearing losing it. Losing Rory. I tried shaking it off, but the creeping thought was intrusive and relentless, and it crushed me down with silent panic and anxiety. I had nothing really solid to base this feeling on, and yet, it was there. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, had you been to the racetrack?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen it
Actually,
now.
I haven't been there. Like I've been around it, but I haven't like gone inside.
Okay.
But there's actually a pretty cool series of apartments nearby. They're like built right into the side of a mountain. I like the way they did that.
The Bayville racetrack used to be a circuit that was part of several prestigious track racing series, most notably the United States Touring Car Championship. I remembered fondly how Pa had taken us here one time long ago. We'd had chili dogs and watched the race cars speed by with the crowds roaring in excitement. Since the fall, however, this place had been the home of a completely different crowd, the Red Militia. We'd been told that the racetrack had been where they'd made their home. But now, the racetrack lay completely silent and deserted. No signs of new claimants could be seen anywhere. Wow. Check out the view. Damn.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can...
We should be able to see something from here if anyone was like living nearby.
Yeah. As we took in the site of the abandoned raceway, it dawned on me that there was one major settlement that we hadn't visited yet. The restructured sanctuary, now named Salvation. The settlement was located up north. In fact, it was situated right in the direction of where we were going. I suggested to Rory that we check it out now that we'd come this far north. Can we get to Bayville from here? Like, this racetrack, is it fenced in? Or can we just make a beeline?
I don't think so. Yeah, you should be able to just go straight.
Pretty soon, we could see what I understood to be the flag of Salvation in the distance. I remembered the logo on the note down in Stonington had shown a golden swan encircled by a ring of purple flowers, and this, to my squinting eyes, seemed to fit the picture. I got eyes on Salvation flag. It's right over there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like beyond the trees. It's a while away, but
Oh god.
yeah.
Let's hope John McClane decided to put a break in the fence.
I know,
knowing
right?
John McClane's map, he probably fucking didn't put a break
Oh,
in the
I see it. It's over here, I think. Thought I saw it.
Yeah, I see it. Thank the gods, praise the sun.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna go check over here at this.
Oh. Okay. Fuck it. That's mine. Alright, let's see if anybody's home.
Pretty impressive wall. Look at the length of that.
Yeah.
Damn, that goes all the way down. Fuck.
Holy shit! That is impressive.
That's a lot of time right there.
I mean, it's storm in 15, but we could... Okay, I'm gonna shout. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? At the front gate. As nobody appeared to be home, Rory kept commenting on the fence.
That's probably gonna fucking go all the way back around too. God damn.
Maybe we should check it out, just see how long it... How far it goes. Sure, let's do that. Good lord, look at this. Who has the time and material to do all this? Honestly. Oh, north gate.
Okay.
Maybe? Hello? Anybody home? Alright, you want to continue? Oh my god, look at that. And it just went on and on and on. Hello? Anybody home? Eventually, we reached a small reception area with some cabins, a bulletin board, and a water well. Oh, bulletin board. Let me check this out. Oh, there's a to-do list here. Finish the wall, items needed for the wall, hand saws, nails, lots of them. Trader Dave. Okay. Glenn. The North seemed to be full of new names and identities, people whom we hadn't come into contact with yet. It was a whole different sociosphere here, with people having their own localized relations, dramas, and connections. And the bulletin boards seemed to act as local nexus points for any communication being made these days. Whenever you stumbled across one, you knew that you had left your own local region far behind. Oh yeah, here's another entrance. Hello? Anybody home?
It's the biggest fence I've seen.
Yeah, same. I've never seen anything this big. That's what she said. Okay, sorry. After a while, Rory grew tired of loitering around Salvation and decided to journey back home. I wanted to remain for a while just to check out the area thoroughly before going back. I was even considering going off further north on my own. You know, take a page out of the book of Rory himself. However, while considering my options, I eventually came upon a man who turned out to actually be part of Salvation. Right on. Are you with, those people? Ah, okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, you're Glenn. Yeah, I saw some notes, like, on the bulletin board about you, and yeah, okay. Glenn was in charge of security for Salvation, and he told me many things that I wasn't aware of. First things first, this guy turned out to apparently be the brother of Eve's old boyfriend, Thomas. That same Thomas who Glenn informed me had become slightly insane as the new broken world had gotten to him and had gone on a killing spree, making the poor decision to murder a couple of arbiters in the process. This, coupled with some other incidents, had gotten him killed in the end. But he had supposedly left some notes for Eve, which unfortunately had been burnt since, which is a tragedy as I would have liked for her to see them. I felt it might have been able to provide her with some closure if anything, but it was a moot point now. Secondly, I found I had to correct some old information I'd been given previously, as Church was supposedly still alive. While Ron Swanson, the old mayor of Sanctuary, had been executed by the Arbiters and was confirmed to be deader than dirt, Church had apparently made it out alive and got to the mainland with the help of Thomas. This was also news I felt Eve should partake in, as she had told me how she had been fond of Church at Sanctuary. How long have you been with Salvation?
I have been with Salvation since the storm.
Since the storm? Okay. So what actually happened before that? Like, what were you before the fall?
I was actually in Dallas. I actually was staying in Dallas for a while and was taking care of the family that we had left down south.
Okay.
And I guess Thomas went up north looking for somebody. Ended up finding that person, sending and relaying it back down to us. And then I went up there looking for him. And then on the way here, I hit a storm, got washed up, and then ended up, making contact with some of the people that he knew that I had from some of the radio transmissions that I received from him.
Okay. All right. Well, now you have a home here, right? Like, is this?
Oh yeah. I'm the head of security here.
And
I watch over all of it.
Yeah, that I'd imagine. Who's in charge here? Is it like that Marcus guy?
But Marcus, yep. He was the formerly Sanctuary.
Okay. Right
we have some older members. We have Will from Sanctuary. I don't know if you remember him.
No, I didn't meet him. You have Vincent.
Part of that. Vincent still lives here, correct?
Okay. I remember Vincent, actually. That's true.
So Vincent's no longer part of any security force. He's just kind of doing his own thing in and out of town, and kind of find himself after Sanctuary. So I decided to take up the mantle on that when we had a town meeting.
Okay. Well, I do like the fact that there's still some kind of civilization left in the world with democracy and all that.
Oh, yeah. So we have a council. It's not just one person like Ron before, where he would decide something for everybody. There's no deputy mayor or anything like that. We have a council. We're all equal. So I'm head of security. You got Will, that's over the finances. You got Marcus, that's over, like, I guess all of it, kind of. You got Skunk, which is our medical team that lives over there.
Okay.
We all kind of run it together.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Oh.
What's going on, Skunk?
Skunk.
Who the fuck is this?
Hey.
This is I'll let you introduce yourself.
All right. My name's Robin.
What's
Robin
up?
Burley. What's up?
Where the fuck are you from, man? Those double white armbands threw me off, son.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to, take this away from any banditry faction. We're trying to, copyright it. We're down south, Burleyville.
So what brought you up here?
Pretty much just see where Salvation is. I've heard of this place before, but never seen it, so figured I'd come up and say hello.
Well, shit, man, I'll let Glenn take over, dude. I gotta go over here and fucking put this shit away, man. I just got back from Paris Island.
All right.
Oh, shit. How'd that go?
Killed 2 people.
Oh, yikes.
And he says matter-of-factly.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
So as you were saying?
What was I saying? What were we talking about?
I guess we were talking, and oh man, he caught me off guard too, man. All I hear is, "What's up, man?"
Me too.
The shit out of me.
He's in my head now. let's...
Would that happen to be a Kunan on your chest, or is that an engraved cult?
Nah, it's a Kunan.
Damn, I've been looking for an engraved cult for a long time.
Yeah,
If you find one in your travels, if you ever find one, seek me out. I'll pay you handsomely for it. I promise you that.
Really? Alright. Well, we do need nails, so I'll keep that in mind. What do you think is reasonable?
I'll give you 6 stacks.
Full stacks? Seriously?
6 stacks if you find me an engraved cult.
Man, this guy really wanted an engraved colt. Just goes to show, I suppose, that some people will pay literally anything for specific things sometimes.
You guys want a rat nick? I'll get you a level 3 rat nick.
Okay.
Anything.
I'll sure keep my eyes open, I promise.
It's getting a little late for me. I'm probably going to go lay down for a minute.
Yeah,
I
think I'm going to have to start traveling back home as well. It is a fair distance away, but I want to get home with my stuff.
Yeah.
You want to follow me out?
Go ahead and follow me here.
Yeah.
I'll follow you out.
Alright. While following me out, Glenn repeated his take on the beef between Thomas and the Arbiters.
He's a little squirrely little fella, especially back home.
Well, again,
But
my
anyways,
sympathies.
You take it easy. That's all good. Things happen, whatever reason it did.
Yeah.
Me personally, there's going to be no attack towards them. He got himself into the hole and he dug it, and that's his instant karma for him. So,
yeah.
If you ever need anything, go ahead and stop by Salvation anytime. Again, that deal with the engraved cult, if you find one, let me know.
Okay.
Or if you ever just need somebody to roll along with, just ask for Glenn over the radio, and I'll be more than willing to help.
All right. Well, thank you. And thank you for your hospitality and showing me around and all that. That's very gracious of you.
Yeah, not many people actually get to see the inside, so
No, that's...
I figured I'd take people on tours around.
Yeah, I'm honored, man. Thank you very much.
Well, you go ahead and have a good one. Have a good one, and I'm gonna take a nap, man. I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah, do that. Okay, take care and have a good one, and I'll see you later. See you sometime. The journey home was a long one, and it got dark before I even got near Burleyville. Once I did, however, I could tell from a distance that someone was there. Apparently there is light over by Burleyville. I think Eve is home. Hello, cutie pie. Hello.
I heard you, I just didn't know where you were. Hi.
Okay. Hey. Where's my dinner, woman? Nah, just kidding.
Out there. Go get it.
Right. How are you? How have you been? I missed you.
Good. I missed you too. I've been, getting some stuff.
I sat down with Eve, intent on sharing with her what I had been told about Thomas. I was with Rory today, and we went up to Salvation, which is up in Bayville. And then I came across a guy called Glenn. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Okay. We talked about, like, Sanctuary and all that, and we came on to the subject of you. And this Glenn guy apparently is the brother of Thomas.
Huh.
And there's more, because now we have it confirmed that Thomas is deceased. He was killed.
Oh. I'm not sorry.
I know what he meant to you, so
He
I'm
had
just...
it coming to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what Glenn said too.
I wished him dead.
Yeah.
After he did that to me, so I guess be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
He did that to me.
Eve seemed to take this news very well, which was good. I'd only been concerned with whether or not she still had some affection for Thomas, and this would be hard to take in because of it. But I suppose being lied about and stolen from makes any lingering feelings go away fairly quickly. And Glenn said that he was basically, like, he made all the wrong choices. He was he was rash in regards to your conversation with Thomas. Like, when he flipped, I wasn't really clear on what he meant, but apparently Thomas had left a lot of notes pertaining to his life on the island, and some of those notes were apparently about you. They said that he was like, in those notes, it was pretty clear that he was being a hothead and just like acting out, and then he was, yeah. Glenn was actually not that sad that he was dead. To be fair.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's sort of his whole reason for coming to Deer Isle, Glenn, I mean, to find Thomas. But it was confirmed, made clear to me that it was confirmed that he was dead.
That's actually a relief. It's also a relief to hear that Thomas left a lot of notes regarding me, and that he was being a hothead about everything. You know, I'm glad. Well, I can't say that I'm upset about him passing, but I am grateful that he left messages behind, and that Glenn at least saw who he truly was.
Yeah.
That it wasn't me, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
He told me he was losing his mind, and
Yeah.
now it was confirmed.
Yeah.
That he really was losing his mind.
There was always a chance to lose your mind in these trying times. I'd heard about it, but never seen it up close. I was happy that the current state of affairs hadn't broken me yet, or anyone around me for that matter, but you never knew until you truly went through these trials. And when you did, you better have some kind of buffer to help you along. Though our familiar bonds chafed sometimes, I thank God I'd had Rory to keep me sane throughout this ordeal. I wouldn't even venture a guess as to how I would have managed without him. Bro, I hope you know I really do love you, man.
There's no animosity with Glenn? That's even better.
Yeah, he understood, you know, like he knew that Thomas was the way he was, apparently. I mean, it feels wrong for me to say this because I didn't really know the guy, but yeah, he understood, and he's, for his part, he doesn't bear you any ill will. I mean, that's the vibe I got.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I would like to meet Glenn someday, actually.
Absolutely, we can make a trip to Salvation together.
I would like that.
I also heard that Church, whom I thought was killed, actually made it to the mainland. He survived.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah, Glenn apparently helped him to the mainland. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Glenn's brother, i.e. Thomas, I suppose, helped Church to the mainland. Yeah, I know. It's a lot to take in. It was for me, too.
I didn't think Thomas had a nice bone in his body.
Yeah, who knows? Unfortunately, it seems that all those notes have been burnt. I asked about them.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that is fine by me.
Kind of symbolic, right?
Yeah, it actually is, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm happy that you're good now.
I want to go there.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, absolutely. I kind of have to go to sleep because I've been awake for a while now, so it's up to you if you want to go or if you want to like go together.
We can go tomorrow.
All right, sounds like a date.
Yeah.
Oh, did you put up barbed wire over there?
Ah, you looked.
Yes,
You
I
were
see.
supposed to look.
I saw it. I saw it.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Very well done. Nicely done. I'm proud of you, honey. Before calling it a night, me and Eve talked some about Burleyville and the future of the settlement. We discussed different ways of recruiting new members, with me underlining that it was important to seek out people who we had a fair amount of trust for. Eve then told me about a potential candidate of hers named Connor, whom she knew from way back.
I haven't seen him in a while, but I could see if he's around.
Is he trustworthy?
Very.
Okay.
He's always had my back.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure.
Since I came to the island, I met him, and he's had my back ever since.
Okay. What happened to him?
I don't know. I could have swore that I saw him, but I wasn't sure when I was up in the mountains.
Okay.
But he disappeared, so I'm not sure if I was delusional from hunger.
I
or if
gotcha.
I actually saw him.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna have to go to bed now, baby. You wanna walk me to the door? Oh, okay. Good night.
I thought you were coming out.
You're lucky you're cute, alright?
I know. Okay. Bye.
But no,
Wish me luck.
What? Okay. Hey, I wanted something more heartfelt. Come on. Give me,
Oh, okay.
give me a hug. I'm a sensitive guy, you know.
Come here.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. And be careful.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Good night. The course was set. Eve wanted to see Salvation, and tomorrow we would do our second run up north. But the tides of destiny were turning, and though we didn't know it now, this second journey to Salvation would prove to be anything but, as the decisions made up there this time around would ultimately lead us down a path which would seal our individual fates.